Hello, Cancer. Welcome to my channel, Frankie's Tarot. I'm going to do your love tarot spread from now to whenever you get this. It's timeless. We are in 2023 now, so let's see. I'm going to start off the reading by pulling some cards to give me an energy, a kind of feel for the type of relationship that's coming towards you. And then from there, I will see what Spirit wants you to know about that connection. Then we'll do tarot to dive a little bit deeper to see who exactly. And then Aries through Pisces so that you can get a message from this person if it resonates with you. All right, so let's get started here. What do we want, Cancer? The highest message for Cancer regarding their love life. What does Cancer need to know at this current time? Through each other's arms, you will find the missing pieces. Right, you're going to find yourself in somebody's arms here pretty soon. Gemini, I think it was Gemini that had this this card as well. So let's just take a moment here. We have life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. So this is really, really important for those of you in this reading. If you resonate with, going through some sort of shift right now with the person that's in your life, all right, you will be in their arms again, and you are being asked to just go with the flow regardless of how things seem in the situation right now. Right? If you're resisting the change, if you're resisting the breakup, if you're resisting, them not, what comes to mind is not communicating with you, and you're constantly trying to get this person to communicate with you. It's like let go right now, let go, and just take no action if you've been pushing and not getting any results. All right, that is the key to this turning around, and we see in the arms. Okay. Also, just a side note that wants to come through. If some of you are finding yourself going through a cycle or shifting or breaking up or something's ending, these things are happening to bring to us the things that we really desire, the things that we ultimately desire, that never leaves our mind. It always sitting there even though we're living life. Okay, so you may be being called to somebody, a soulmate that's trying to come into your life, and you may be resisting this by holding on to somebody who's creating a lot of stress in your life. Okay, so that, always follow your heart. Nobody can tell you what kind of experience you're having or what kind of connection you're in. It's your journey. You're here to learn your own lessons about what's going on. So only take what resonates with that. All right, so let's see, Cancer, what else? Cancer, let's see who, about this connection, who you're going to find yourself in the arms of. What else does Spirit want you to know about this connection before I move forward? What else do you need to know about this connection? Spiritual connection. You're beginning. You are on the beginning of a spiritual journey. So this feels fresh. It does. It feels as though you are going through the ebbs and flows of a spiritual triggering, spiritual connection. You may have already gone through this, like I said, and now, you're ready for this soulmate that is coming in, and together you guys may have been through the same similar situations, and you guys are embracing each other at this now moment, realizing why you've had to go through what you've gone through. So it could be, when we see a spiritual connection, somebody that feels familiar because it's a past life, or you have had a connection with this person in this lifetime. Remember, if you do not have anybody in your life currently, this is who's coming towards you, and you're about to embark on a spiritual journey that is the journey to awakening your authentic self. And through relationships, we get triggered in these spiritual connections. It brings up old wounds and our insecurities so that we can let go of some of these limiting beliefs and find our value and self-worth. All right, let's continue. for my Cancers. What else does Cancer need to know about this connection? What else does Cancer need to know about this connection? You know, you're going to find yourself in the arms of somebody, you know, in this time. I feel like, guys, even though it's the beginning of a spiritual journey, I feel like it's going to be a nice one. I feel like you guys are going to be happy to come together, okay? We have Wheel of Fortune. So you guys definitely, it's fate. This is a relationship. It's bound to happen. You're bound to come together. Luck is turning in this situation with the Wheel of Fortune. We take chances. We take risks in these type of connections. You know, it's a lot to embark on when we go down this path. You notice you can't see when you're walking through this alley here, you can't see what's coming. And it can seem scary because when we are diving within ourselves and going within and doing the work, it's like some of those things that the shadow that's in there, you know, we hide it for a reason, you know, and this connection is here to turn things upside down on you and for you to evolve, guys, is what I get. And the Wheel of Fortune for me is you're walking down this path. You've either asked for it, you've experienced it, and you're on this journey. What I want to say about this is that there's always a sense of uncertainty when it comes to this type of relationship, and which is why in these relationships you hear a lot of readers or astrologists or anything just saying let go with the flow, allow things to unfold the way they're meant to, because because we can't see what's happening, our fear tends to put us in the negative mindset, which protects us, which also it brings up our shadow sides as well too, and that's where we're supposed to do the work, acknowledge it, but at the same time we may react unnecessarily out of fear when something amazing could have been coming, you know, through that fog. So during these connections, when you're absolutely confused and things aren't going in the way you want them to, sometimes when there's silence, that's when the most work is happening. So to remember that if you're caught up in a separation with somebody, or you're dealing with somebody that you're saying to yourself, man, come on, this was supposed to be a fling. Why am I still attached to this person? Why is this happening? There's a reason. And only you can figure that out, whether you need to know the why or not. Or, you know, sometimes these people come in just to remind us that it is what it is. That's all it was. And we need to move forward and teach us how to let go of attachments as well. So there's millions of different things and reasons why lessons can show up for us. But this Wheel of Fortune card is kind of saying, you know, things are moving in a positive direction for you. Trust the process, trust where things are going. And when you feel fear or anxiety arise, that is just there for you to self-reflect, not act upon. So if you say, for instance, you text somebody and you don't receive the response in the time, or you don't receive the response at all, immediately you go into a fear, a fight or flight, and you get anxious and you want to react because you think of the first, which is usually the worst case scenario. And then from that point, you begin to react in your life, on your timeline. So what happens is everything after that follows suit to whatever you just reacted to. So every action causes a reaction. And so you're now on that timeline. So whatever just blew up, whatever just triggered, you just put yourself in that lens, and now the situation is going to unfold that way. But if you're in a situation and you realize, hey, I'm getting triggered, they're not answering my call, but you decide to take a step back and ride this wave from a place of alignment, where I'm not going to react, I'm going to let things unfold, I'm going to relax, I'm going to think the best case scenario, I'm going to sit back and think of all good things, not bypassing what's happening, but maybe I'll take this time to see why I have this fear coming up for me. And in the meantime, next thing you know, you may you may not get a text, and this person might say, hey, sorry, I just missed a text from one of my friends back home, because I get so many reminders now, because all places send texts to remind you or send you promos and things like that. A lot of my texts are ending up down the list, and I don't have time to catch it sometimes. It could be something simple like that. Somebody was like, hey, I know I could have said something real quick, but I wanted to take more time and talk to you later. Yeah, maybe you would have sent something, but this person didn't, but it didn't seem like a big deal to them. And you guys could simply move on from that, and now everything's going to unfold in that energy. Does that make sense? So it's whatever you decide in the moment that directs. You're the projector, you're the filmmaker, you're controlling how things unfold with your reactions and your thoughts. So it's not that things can't happen to you, or, but it's all about how we react in the situation. If we react impulsively or uncontrollably or just intense, we may do things that change the course of the situation. So whereas we could have resolved something instantly and moved on to something else, could have had a great date that night, instead we may be going down here, now I'm blocked. All right, there's more of a chance to have the best case scenario if you're focused on the best case scenario. So I don't know why I chose to go into that little tangent for you, Cancer, but if somebody got something from that, I hope so. Anyways, but let's see what else Spirit wants you to know about this connection. Let's see. What else does Spirit want you to know about this connection? All right, all in the golden afternoon, being inspired, imagination, creative spark, and conception. This is like the Ace of Wands energy, all right? So be prepared to be inspired. Also, use your imagination and visualize also is a good thing to do when you're manifesting. But there's about to be a birth of this relationship in your life. You have luck around you, the Wheel of Fortune. You do have luck around you right now. So using that luck wisely by using your imagination and creativity to bring to life what it is you truly want. It all happens from within. This is number one, Ace. It's the Ace of Wands. It resembles that Ace of Wands, all right? Talks about new passion or passion igniting. It talks about, you've had this desire and it's meant to come to fruition. All right, what else? And we'll move forward. It's going to be a longer read today, Cancer, but feeling called to it. So you could be connecting to a fixed energy, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. And so you're dealing with a fixed energy, and sometimes that can come with it a stubborn type of energy. And you may misread that. Sometimes with fixed energies, depending on how many signs in your placements you have, they're afraid of change. All right, they're not comfortable with change. So it usually takes a little longer. You might be ready, you're mutable, right? You might, or cardinal, I can't remember off the bat, but you may be okay with change and things moving and ebbs and flows, but you could be dealing with somebody that is so used to things being a certain way, and that when it's time for change, it's funny, but sometimes the weirdest things can scare me. I can travel all around the world and do whatever and explore and not be afraid of that kind of change. But yet, for me to change something small or that doesn't seem important seems like a nightmare to me. Okay, so you never know with your person. It could be just a really strong fear of change happening, and a blessing on forgiveness coming in for many of you. All right, so this is talking about reconciling. It's also talking about forgiving yourself as well too, and being kind to yourself. If you have misread an energy or misread somebody, or reacted or overreacted for something, if you're catching that you're doing this right now and you're projecting those insecurities onto the person in your life, it is about forgiveness with yourself. We're always learning. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think that's what's happening in a lot of these triggering relationships is we blame the person for the fears and the stuff that's coming up for us, and it's not their fault. They're just activating these insecurities in us. All right, so let's look at tarot and see who is this person coming towards you, that you will find yourself in this person's arms with that Ace of Wands sooner. The Ace of Wands is legit. Like, if you look up the cards and you were to see, you know, time-wise, that's a day. That can be a day. You can find yourself in the arms of your person. And again, if some of you just went, no, that's too good to be true, there you are. You're focused right away on the worst case scenario. And it's like part of this new way of thinking is you want your first initial thought to be, yes, I'm gonna get what I want. I always get what I want. That needs to be your first initial reaction to things that show up in your life. But throughout your life, you've been programmed to think the worst first. All right, so that's pretty much the lesson in this reading. All right, let's see it. All right, who's coming towards my Cancer? Can we unwrap this a little bit more and see specifically your person could be a Leo. All right, this bond grows stronger over time. That card always tells me. Very loyal. You guys are part of the same tribe. You were meant to meet each other in this lifetime. For whatever reason, you could have been brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, parents, married to this person in a past life, but there's definitely a strong bond between the two of you and loyalty. So I do feel like this is the same thing here. When we resist the natural flow of life, we create unnecessary stress because this bond seems to be unbreakable, and we're creating our own suffering by not allowing things to unfold. All right, the challenge they see, the Queen of Wands, all right? There's either a person in their life that is interfering with or was interfering with this connection with that Queen of Wands. Could be an Aries, Leo, Sag. Or this person is just lacking confidence and they're holding back with coming forth. They just don't know what to do or whether or not they should take action. Okay, how do they view you? The King of Swords. All right, so they feel like you're being a little distant, or, you know, maybe you're angry or cold, or you're coming across as being very resentful and unemotional, or you're angry. I'm getting kind of an angry energy. How you view them, the Three of Pentacles. All right. You either see that they're not putting in enough efforts, or there is a third-party situation and you feel as though they're not putting in enough work into this relationship as much as you'd like, okay? You do see them as somebody that you can build a strong foundation with, somebody that you want to share your life with or your goals. You might feel like this person's not putting in enough, especially with the challenge being the Queen of Wands. You know, this person, you know, might be scattered, have scattered energy, not know exactly what they want for their future, so they're not putting in any effort. And whereas you just find that this is unfair, unjust, or you just, I feel like you're just becoming very bitter and resentful towards this person for the non-actions that they're doing. You want them to take more action, pick up, and give more. So their next possible actions towards you, we've got the King of Wands. You got 3 people showing up here in the read, so I do feel like there was a possibility of a third-party situation, and there maybe is somebody, maybe there's an air sign getting in between the 2 of you. But I do see their next actions, the King of Wands, stepping up and coming towards you, okay? I have the Sun card here at the bottom of the deck. So we're seeing a very strong Leo energy. Leo, Leo, Leo. And, you know, we have both fire signs here. I think there's a misunderstanding in communication for some of you. I think that what's happening here is there could be a standoff between you and this person that you're connecting with. The King of Swords is representing neither of you wanting to soften up on your perspective of what's going on or what's happening. And you are just pretty firm on this person needs to make something up to you, or they need to put more effort into showing up for you. And I do see that they will step up. Again, remember, you find each other in each other's arms again here. All right, and then the 6 of Cups here. So I do see you guys coming together and reconciling. So basically, the big fat yes here, the Sun card. These cards, I love when I do my spreads this way, because everything I've already said just shows up in the cards, and you can see the cards. You can look up the card meanings, whatever you want to do. But there's been something unnecessary that's come in between the 2 of you, and I think that everything I said about your vision, the way you view the situation, is going to make or break this situation. It could change the outcome of this situation instantly. There's just a lot of love there. There's mutual attraction between the 2 of you. You guys will pick up the pieces and help each other grow. It's all about how you conceive what's going on and perceive, and what you choose to do with or react to in this situation. Remember, we see a blessing of forgiveness. So let's look at Aries through Pisces. For signs, guys, I'm getting a strong fire sign for you. I do get air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Strong Leo for you. Now, they could have these characteristics. It doesn't mean that they have to be that sign. But for those of you that need signs, those are the prominent signs here. But we'll look at Aries through Pisces. So let's hope that you just meditate real quick, that you get the highest message necessary for today. If you meditate and you kind of just sit back, you may find that a message may come through from another sign that is meant for you. And you'll know. Aries, all right, I gave into temptation. Can you leave the past behind? Taurus, all right, there was someone interfering in our relationship, but, can you work through your feelings about this? Can we work things out? Gemini, I think the world of you. Can you keep your heart open for me? Cancer, release control. I'm afraid of commitment. They may feel like you're grasping too much, and the more you focus on them being afraid of commitment, the more they will be. Leo, go wild with Leo. They may have given you the impression that they weren't ready. It's saying, I'm not ready here. So they might be saying they're not ready for commitment or whatever, but to me, I'm calling BS. It's saying go wild. Just take your focus off of them saying they're not ready. All right. Don't cross boundaries. This is all going on in your mind. All right. Don't force something. All right, we have Virgo. We have our story isn't over yet. Reveal what needs to be seen. So be yourself, be open, be your best self around Virgo. They need to see this. It's only just begun. We have Libra. Push through any insecurity. You guys may be long distance, or there may be distance between you, but this is time for you to self-reflect on the insecurities that's coming up, because this situation has yet to unfold as well. We have Scorpio. Cool your emotions with Scorpio. They are reminiscent about you, but one of the things is they think you're highly emotional, and maybe a little intense at times for them. Scorpios and Cancers get along amazing. They're one of the water signs that can understand a Cancer the most, but at the same time, there's something about a fixed water energy and then a Cancerian energy that's always shifting and changing, that eventually a Scorpio can get overwhelmed with and do their own sort of retreat. They're not as complex as a Cancer is. So they are definitely thinking about you. They feel a deep connection. You both do. But I do feel like they're asking you to maybe kind of cool your emotions a little bit. You may be coming at them, misunderstanding what they're saying to you. And really, they're just on guard. And so it might be creating unnecessary fights or conflict, okay? So we have Sagittarius, take a reality check. I have sexual fantasies about you. Okay, so this could be a very, very sexual relationship with Sagittarius. That might be all it's meant to be. It's whether or not it's what you want from this, but that's what that tells me. It's a very sexual relationship, and that might be all it's meant to be for the current time. Capricorn, be real. I'm planning on reaching out to you. So you may get some realness from Capricorn. You may get them coming in and really talking solid and being real and being realistic about what's going on. But be real with yourself too as well when it comes to Capricorn, all right? Is this what you truly want? Did you want this the entire time? Because obviously you're getting what you want. They're reaching out to you. Aquarius, think it through with Aquarius. They do need a little bit more time to think things through, okay? And we have Pisces. Go a little deeper with Pisces. They can see themselves with you in the future. All right. So going deeper to me, Cancer, is about going down and really, really looking at what's really, really causing your strife or your emotional intensity or what's going on. Because this person does see themselves with you. And if you go deeper, you'll feel that connection with this person. They could be trying to relay or communicate with you on a deeper level. I love you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this reading. I always try, to bring you the best possible guidance, advice I can. Only take what resonates. I do my best, and I love you. Please like and subscribe. Take care. Happy New Year.